this is Tom Phillips. I'm hosting tonight the Salem Songwriter Sessions. And our guest tonight, songwriter Bob Manning from Bob Manning and the Honky Tonk Road Show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's me. I'm glad to be here, by golly.
Right on, man. Well, let's get started with one of his songs.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sitting at this bar, listening to the sad jukebox play. Going back in time when my eyes had better days. It hit me like thunder as the man behind the bar began to pour. These neon lights are good for me, help me see, don't need to cry no more. It's not the whiskey or the wine, the sad songs all the time. I feel the healing warmth of that neon shade of blue. Feel the pain leaving me, my eyes, they're drying up. These neon lights are good for me, help me see, don't need to cry no more. I used to think I came to this place to drink away my shame. Little did I know I was drawn like a moth to a flame. It took me a while, now it's clear as the sign above the door. These neon lights are good for me, help me see, don't need to cry no more. It's not the whiskey or the wine, the sad songs all the time. I feel the healing warmth of that neon shade of blue. Feel the pain leaving me, my eyes, they're drying up. These neon lights are good for me, help me see, don't need to cry no more. These neon lights are good for me, help me see, don't need to cry no more.
That's very nice.
Well, thank you.
I'm really enjoying playing music with you, Bob. This has really been just fabulous for me.
Me too. It's always fun to get in a small little acoustic group like this and hammer it out.
Yeah, you bet. These are great songs, man. What inspires you, man?
Well, throughout the years, it's been a lot of different things. You know, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's real life. You know, sometimes it's something as silly as the evening news. You know, somebody says that kind of strikes a thought in me. And I've bounced back and forth whether I'm you know, a lyrics guy or a melody guy. Just where I'm at, you know, at the time.
Yeah, do some of these songs come quick to you, or is it really a task?
The one we just did, I wrote at the Pendleton Roundup a couple years ago, and I wrote it in my van while I was sleeping out in the van guarding the gear that we had set up that night. And that one happened in about an hour. It was inspired by a friend of mine.
Well, you said you were sleeping when you wrote it.
Well, I was supposed to be sleeping in the van, but I was up writing a song instead.
I thought maybe it was like a Keith Richards story, you know.
No, not one of those. And some of them are a labor of years.
Oh man.
You know, we're going to do one here tonight that I wrote probably over a period of about 3 years.
Right.
Some of them in an hour, and some of them years.
Yeah. Which one do you want to do next, man?
Why don't we do a little honky tonk bar number? A little Linger Longer Lounge.
Where do you get that name, Linger Longer Lounge? I mean, it's like say it 3 times. You know?
You're right. Well, the Linger Longer Lounge. I was trying to write a song about happy hour, and you know, I mean, there are a lot of bars and taverns and clubs that happy hour is not all that darn happy. You know, a lot of sad things go on in taverns and bars, and I was looking for a name of a bar that was sing-songy that kind of rhymed, and that's what I come up with.
All right, man. Let's go for it.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
The barmaid's in the corner, dropping quarters in the slot. She's setting up the jukebox before the Hamsbury says 5 o'clock. The beer is cold and the whiskey's warm, soon they'll be coming through the door. Your happy hour's a little different here at the Linger Longer Lounge. Your happy hour's not happy here at the Linger Longer Lounge. The crying on the jukebox pours out a lonesome sound. Yeah, teardrops and sad stories are the special of the day. So bring your blues in here and have a cheap cold beer. When you leave, it's hard to say. Here we go. So far.
It's good. Love it.
The talkers fill the bar stools, telling stories one by one. They tell of love they've lost, why cheaters cheat, and lives that's come undone. The criers are at the tables, all alone against the wall. Your happy hour's a little different here at the Linger Longer Lounge. Your happy hour's not happy here at the Linger Longer Lounge. The crying on the jukebox pours out a lonesome sound. Your teardrops and sad stories are the special of the day. Bring your blues in here and have a cheap cold beer. When you leave, it's hard to say. Yeah, bring your blues in here and have a cheap cold beer. If you leave, it's hard to say.
All right. Now, you know, funny thing about it is the way these lead sheets are, they're just numbers. You know, we're not actually playing chords in the sense of the way we're reading these. And
Nashville numbers.
Nashville numbers, exactly. And it's really kind of cool. Unfortunately, I think I messed that one up a little bit, but hopefully if it's really bad, if...
Well, I wrote it and messed it up, so...
Anyway, I kind of like that because, sometimes, you take something like you said, something kind of melancholy or maybe even sad, and then you write it and it's peppy.
Yeah.
It's a nice approach to it.
That was a style that was really big in the 1950s and 60s with country music. You'd have some music that was the lyrics were just heart wrenching, terrible, sad, and they would put the peppiest circus kind of sound and music to it, and it was really popular back then.
Oh.
Excuse me, I gotta watch
You got to take a drink, since we just came out of the Lounge.
Thank you.
See, I can't even say it very well. So, well, what do we got up next?
Well, this tune is fairly new. It's pretty fresh, and I had a friend of mine, a musician friend of mine down in Austin, just recently took his own life, and he's one of these guys that everybody knew. He was a ball of fire. He was a really happy guy. Always greet you and meet you with a smile, and he was a heck of a songwriter. And I heard this, and it was a shock to everybody, because he just wouldn't expect it. And it's not really about him, but it's a song that sort of addresses, the secrecy of depression. And I try to kind of put a different spin on it, So this is one of those ones that was inspired, by a friend and by real stuff.
Yeah, alrighty. I'd like to introduce to my right on bass is Aaron Panko. He's going to start this song out with you, and Aaron is not normally in your Honky Tonk Roadshow band, but yet we appreciate you in letting us play your music. Man.
Well, thank you. You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
I've been holding on to nothing for so long. Tried to put the things of boys aside for those of men. Each time I try to right, the wrong kicks in. More and more these days, where I'm going, I've already been. I know love can last a lifetime, never end. The truest kind seems to pass me by, fleeting as the night. Each day, oh, has me wonder, have I found mine? Surely as the sun comes up, where I'm going, I've already been. This place I go, it was fun for a while. Never stayed long enough to give much of myself. But sadly through it all, place has taken all of me. This place place I go. It was fun for a while. Never stayed long enough to give much of myself. But sadly, through it all, places taking all of me. Yes, sadly, through it all, places taking all of me. Thank you.
And we were listening to this the other night. I had some folks over, and you know, my daughter's not a big country fan, but her boyfriend is, and he loved it. He loved this song in particular. I think he kind of thought it kind of reminded him of Randy Travis. Is that a compliment or?
Well, you know, when I was young, people used to say that, and I didn't like that because I liked Randy Travis, but I wanted to sound like somebody else, and that was me.
Yeah.
You know, and now, you know, I get older and perform a lot. You know, the way I look at it is if somebody say that I sound like someone they like, that's a compliment, you know.
Yeah, and I was sitting there, I'd heard this before, and that is that when you write a song, you know you really have hit the mark when you really, it sounds like another song. It sounds like something that you've heard before. Do you think that's true?
You know, yeah, you know, and I say this all the time, that every song's been written. You know, there's only so many things you can do with 3 chords and a melody.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know, you capture the right part of a song, and I think, you know, something I heard from the bass man down here last night, which is probably a bigger compliment, is I can't get that tune out of my head.
Yeah.
You know, that's a songwriter's mission. You know, we're out there trying to do something that people remember, and that you find yourself whistling by chance.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely the ones that we've been playing have really kind of stuck in there, just like barbecue on a rib.
Nice.
Well, at this time, you know, I want you guys to know that that Bob got married last week, and he didn't invite me.
I'm actually on my honeymoon right now.
Now he's on his honeymoon right now, but I'm kind of glad he didn't invite me because simply I didn't have to buy him a gift. So cheesy as I am,
This is gift enough.
yeah, right on. But with that said, I'd like to introduce his new wife, which is Kimberly.
Hi.
Hey, Kimberly.
Hello.
Now, my understanding is you sing a lot in Texas. Is
Yes,
that true?
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
I have me a band down there. I'm on the Heart of Texas record label.
All right.
Do a lot of honky tonk music.
Country western, huh?
More honky tonk music than country western.
Yeah. So, what's the difference between, in your opinion?
In my opinion, well, you know, that's the thing.